Welcome to this week's episode of Startup Bright. I'm your host, Nikolai Kolev. Our guest today is Hassan from BashRevenue.
Yes.
Right? Did I say it properly?
Yeah, BashRevenue. Yeah.
BashRevenue. And we met at the Bulgarian event, right?
Yes, we did.
Where they were looking for startups to help people go back
Exactly.
or invest in Bulgaria and all that. And I was lucky to have conversation with you and kind of understand what you do. And thank you very much for accepting my invitation to join us at Startup Bright.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hassan, tell us a little bit about what you do, what is your agency, and how you can help startups.
Absolutely. Well, my name is Hassan Bash again, and my company is called BashRevenue, and we focus on lead generation and branding. And basically with Facebook and YouTube and all these other sources of traffic sources, these are all traffic sources. Mm-hmm. We're getting traffic to the right landing page or the right website or building a brand online. And everyone thinks that, oh, I need to do a lot of these things, but you need to understand what is exactly your budget. And based on your budget, based on where is your target audience, it could be just LinkedIn. You don't need to use all of them. You can start with one and navigate to the other. So as an agency, we focus on, again, lead generation and branding. And we have helped companies in Los Angeles like Guardian Angel Locksmith. This is just a local business, but also a company called Fan Properties also in Dubai. We helped them grow their following on Facebook, and they got a lot of following, but the whole point of that is building authority in the market. For example, as we are doing this interview, it builds authority just because we're having a discussion online. For some reason that someone is on their phone watching this, the subconscious mind finds it that, oh, this person knows their thing, but it's not the case all the time, right? But it builds that look, that builds that authority. So I would say that. And one of the things that got me into this world of marketing and building BashRevenue is I knew that I had to learn a skill as an entrepreneurship. I did not want to have a 9-to-5 job. I was a personal trainer in the beginning because I did men's physique. I was a chubby kid, got into that, and then I transformed into learning about networking, learning about NLP. NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming, which Tony Robbins talks about. It's not that motivational stuff. It's more of why do people do what they do? And from that, because of what back in the days when I was 80 years old, I had a strategy that happened to me when I was a kid. And I wanted to understand why that happened.
I see.
And for me to understand it, I was searching, and one of the first mentors was Tony Robbins when I was 14 years old. And I wanted to study who was Tony Robbins' mentor, which was Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn, and basically Tony Robbins was studying from Jim Rohn, and then he studied NLP. And then understanding NLP, because it comes back to marketing, let's navigate to that, because NLP is understanding the brain and why people do what they do, which comes back to marketing, grabbing someone's attention online.
Did you learn NLP for marketing?
Yes.
Or, okay.
It was for marketing and it was for myself.
I see. Yeah, because you just shared your personal experience and what you went through. So I was curious to see if you learned NLP just for marketing, or you wanted to help yourself first.
I wanted to help myself to basically I don't want to say, I think it is reprogramming myself to become the better self.
Yeah.
I think. And
no, I get it. I get it. It's, I guess many young people at that age go through pretty much the same stage or same phase, and they say, I need to do something to change myself. I need to educate myself to achieve the better me, right? So I truly appreciate the fact that you kind of dedicate yourself and learn something that is not easy, right?
No, it's not always easy, and on a daily basis, I allocate at least 30 to an hour either learning something. Sometimes it's a full day of just self-development, because the power of learning a skill and practicing it, like any sport, it is very powerful. You have to practice on your skill, if it's speaking, or if it's sales, or if it's ads, or if it's sales copy. And understanding the business part of it, because there's so much behind it, and it's not always about business. There's personal stuff that you have to fix for the business stuff to fix.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, you cannot, it's very hard. When I hear people saying, oh, this is not personal, it's business. No, I cannot tell that. You cannot say that.
Exactly.
It's never separated. Your business is because of your personality, right?
100%.
And the business also makes you a different person, better, more developed, or worse.
Exactly.
Depending on what you're doing.
No, 100%. And, I have, in the beginning, I was an unconfident person going to networking events or going to just speak in front of camera. It was so hard. Yeah. One of the things is because of the Middle Eastern culture. And I had to teach myself to be comfortable that I am not, in my mind, I'm showing off. And I don't want to show off. I don't know if you have that back in your culture, is this person is showing off on camera, or that kind of mindset.
Yeah, you kind of play a role.
Exactly.
You get into a role when you're in front of camera, right?
Exactly.
And if you do that too much, it's obvious. It becomes obvious.
Exactly.
And you have to train yourself to kind of relax a little bit and try to have a conversation with the person in front of you instead of thinking all the time about the camera or how I look, because nobody really pays that much attention to this kind of details. People are there to learn. So when I started Startup Bright, my goal was to meet interesting people, right? People with new ideas. Because it's hard to find smart people, hard to find new ideas, and people that have dedicated themselves for a year or more than a year on the same idea and trying to educate everybody else that this is great. I'm doing something for the the good of the humanity.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's sometimes it's kind of lonely road, but doing this helps me meet like-minded people that want to break the cube and get out, push the envelope.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And yeah, it's one of the most important things is to push the envelope, like you said.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your agency. How do you differentiate from any other marketing agency out there?
I would say is the part that my background. Coming back, my background is my dad is from Saudi Arabia. He's actually half Egyptian, half Yemeni, and my mom is half Mexican English. And the reason I say that is I have the understanding of culture, which is very important in understanding neighborhoods and who are retargeting and copy and getting someone's attention, if that makes sense. And that is just my personal way of differentiating myself. I think everyone should differentiate because every agency is the same exact thing. It's how someone basically sees that person and believes in that relationship. Yeah. I'm more of a relationship person. I am not into, let's get you results and let go. No, I am always trying to see what can I do to get better results. If that is building the brand based on not just followers, no, but based on building a trust. It's all about trusting a brand. And that's what kind of differentiates me of working with someone. If it's my team or if it's me, I will work with them closely. That's one. And also my background. And the third one, which is my favorite thing. And as beginning, I never stop learning. I am a part of masterminds. And a mastermind for the audience is basically a group of people, like-minded people, and business owners. And we share valuable information about business, about marketing, and most of them are marketers. So we share, like other agencies, and we share our business and share our other problems that we want to evolve.
Right.
And we help each other grow.
So do you keep yourself accountable for what you're doing?
100%.
I see.
100%. And for example, like let's say Facebook ads, it's always changing. Something is always changing. So I have to be a part of a community that is a so smart community that we meet and talk and discuss what's working and what's not working.
Right. So if I'm looking to hire an agency, what would be a good or appropriate budget to think when I approach somebody like you?
Okay. So that's a lot of people ask this question, and it's a great question. Let's say it's a company that is making between, let's say a company has 50 employees to 100 employees.
Okay.
They have to, the marketing budget is between 3% to 6%. It's
of the revenue.
Of the revenue.
I see.
Okay? And then a small local business is between 8% to 15%. Some other marketers say, Hassan, you should say 30%. And let people not buy an iPhone for $1,000 and reinvest everything into, that's just an example. Like, let's say talking about buying a plasma TV or buying an Apple Watch. You can reinvest your money into marketing and build your brand. Right. It's just it's a programming of, oh my God, I'm gonna invest $500 a month or $1,000 or $3,000 a month in ads on Facebook, for example, and nothing is gonna happen. But that's the programming. Well, actually, you will learn the test and the audience of what happened, and you distract that learning, because the first 30 days should be testing. Different audiences, different copies, different creatives.
Yeah, I find that when I talk to founders and other business owners, I find that it is really hard to communicate that there is a learning period where you have to spend some money just to educate yourself, right? When I'm on the other side, when I have to pay, it's really hard to part with your money without getting anything back for a certain period of time.
Exactly.
And maybe a month is okay, but sometimes you need more.
Exactly.
Right? And when you start a marketing campaign, I'm very convinced that you have to convey the message that it's going to be a process, and it's going to be 3-6 months before you even start seeing anything back.
Exactly.
And it's a really hard thing to communicate with any business owner, because the feeling is that I'm throwing money away.
Exactly, and that's the programming, coming back to NLP. And it's our programming, because our ancestors told us, oh, no, don't buy that, or don't, why are you going to spend it? You're not making any return on investment. But you are, by building an email list, by building data, retargeting. The data that is, if you have a pixel is a cookie that you can put on the website for the audience to know, and basically that builds your audience to retarget. Right. And so on. And just that programming of, no, actually you can build a list, actually it's testing, and before you go test, do your research. Look at your competitors. What have they have?
What's working for them?
Exactly. Model your competitors, but not to the T. Model them based on what's working and create your own. Don't copy.
Yeah.
That's kind of the mindset.
That is the hardest thing.
I know.
In 2019, or I should say now 2020, which marketing channel should I be on? Does it make any difference if I go and target, say, Twitter, or should I go on Facebook? Is Facebook saturated? Instagram? Where should I be?
That's a good question. And where is it, first of all, your target audience? First of all, ask yourself, where's your target audience? Where are they hanging out? Where are these people staying? What are they doing? Who are they associated with? And then we can try to choose platforms. If we're targeting people that are between 9 and 15, TikTok is coming up, and Snapchat. But the funny part, Snapchat in Saudi Arabia or the Middle East, the target audience, you know what the age is? It's 30
So you have to know your demographics as well.
And culture.
Yeah.
So I think you have to do your research to start with one and find out what's really working. Facebook is grabbing someone's attention, remembering that. Google is call to action, someone is searching for that now and is expensive. YouTube is also grabbing someone's attention, but to the right audience, to the right channel. Who are we? Are we targeting the right channel that this ad is coming up? If it's a local business, Waze is super cheap and is so powerful. Waze, because of the branding, and it works. For example, if it's a gym owner and you have a local, 3-mile radius, you can put $60 on Waze, $60, and get like 60,000 views. This is like a year and a half ago, so I don't know the numbers now. It always changes, but that is so valuable. YouTube, for example, if we do an ad on YouTube and someone clicks skip, that's free marketing. You don't get charged.
Oh, you don't get charged for that? Oh, look at that.
You don't get charged for that. That when you click skip.
But you have 3 seconds, 4 seconds of
branding, free.
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
60% of YouTube is still not utilized.
I see. So with so many options, how do you pick the right agency to work with? Like you explained to me how you differentiate from other agencies, but how do I make the right choice? Is there any formula that is going to help me make the right choice for a specific agency, or I should look for something else?
I think you should interview a couple agency and see who connects with you the most and understands you the most based on what results you want. If they are niched into a market and they have got results and they have your niche, focus on that. Work with people that already got results in that niche. If it's another agency, ask them, and you don't really know them, they're not niched in your market, ask them about results. What kind of results? Maybe speak to a client or two. I mean, most of the time people don't ask me that, but I will send them a number or 2 numbers for them to call that I got these results and communicate about my process.
Right.
And what I have done for them. And look at do they have, testimonials on video. I can ask anyone to do a testimonials on video. I have a lot of them, but I think you should talk to a person. If you really want to know an agency, talk to their clients. Right. Know their process.
So I have to find agency that is serving the niche market that I'm in.
Yes.
And after that, I should talk to the representative from the agency to see how they work and if we match
exactly
on personal level.
Exactly.
And then the third part would be for me to actually call some of their clients and see what they say about the agency.
Exactly. And that's okay to ask.
Yeah.
That is your right. That is your right to ask the agency, I would love to talk. And some of them, see how they react.
Yeah.
Are they aggressive when they react? And see the relationship. And see what happens when you communicate that with them.
Right.
And even though if it's not a niched agency, at least they understand you. Yeah. And you can build a relationship via legacy. So you don't have to move from agency to agency. At least you understand. So I say, understand marketing's foundation. Become a part of a practitioner. Like Gary Vee says, become a practitioner before you hire an agency. Yeah. Okay, this is a secret. A secret about agencies. If you work with a big agency or you want to work with a big agency, this is something that I should not say, but I will share it with you guys. So, and you work with an ad manager of Facebook.
Right.
Okay? You can take those, you can steal those, build a relationship with the ad manager. And you can take those people and work for your company.
I see.
So that is something that if you build a long-time relationship, so this is just a secret that you can, a lot of people do that in this world. But yeah.
Yeah, because you have a relationship, and eventually that person knows your business inside out and knows what works and what doesn't.
Exactly.
And can work with you on your goals.
Exactly.
Where you want to go, how you want to build your company, how big you want to become. and all that. Yeah, it makes sense. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And for us, I mean, we are not a big, crazy agency. We are a local agency. I have worked with a couple companies in Dubai, a couple companies in LA, and San Diego. Not a big company. We do consulting. We take on clients based on projects, get them leads, depending on processes. We do consulting before I think when long time ago we spoke, it's a lot, we have to understand the sales process. Do they have a good sales process?
Right.
Do they know how to deal with their leads? All these different questions. Do they have a CRM system? All these things, do they know how to follow up? Do they know how to work the leads?
Yeah.
So there's so much that we ask in the beginning so we can understand if it's a good fit for the agency also.
Yeah, I remember when we met and you review one of my businesses, you were very strict and very open about who my ideal customer should be, how we can address these customers and so on. And I liked very much the process that we went through. You had like a system with not check boxes, but pretty much
Exactly.
Something like that. So it was extremely clear after, 45 minutes with you. In my mind, everything was like, okay, I know exactly what I need to do and why.
Exactly.
Not only what, but why.
Exactly.
And from that point, the decision, to work together is very easy, because you can say, okay, this guy told me pretty much everything that I need to know if I want to do it myself.
Yes.
But how you do it, now that is where your experience and knowledge comes in, because
100%.
Executing is completely different story.
100%,
right?
yes.
Right.
There's hiccups, there's things that happen with an ad, might stop. So many things that could happen.
Yeah.
And how you navigate that as an entrepreneur or as a salesperson is something that you have to control. You can control how you react, but the things that happen you can't control. If an ad doesn't work, you can control how you can fix it and all these different things. So control how you're basically doing it.
So can you describe a good lead generation system? Do you have anything that you can share with our audience, something that they can take away from our conversation, like do I need to go through an ad, landing page, or what is the process?
So understand that there's three kind of leads. There's cold, there's warm, and there's hot. Hot is always a referral.
Okay.
Warm is someone that is already interested into your service or product.
Do they have to know about me?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's how you create. So there's a process where, this is the best part for me to explain it. What are the problem are we solving? That's the question you want to ask, because it's so simple, but so effective. What is the problem we're solving? A lot of people, when they're doing an ad, they make it solution aware before they make it a problem aware.
I see.
So before you give people the solution, this will fix your problem. If it's a product or service, make them aware of the problem. What is the problem?
Right.
To the cold audience. And that's your copy. Easy copy process. Problem, speak to the problem. What's the problem you're solving? And then after that, the solution, and then putting the product and service.
I see.
Easy way of, there's so many ways of writing copy, but problem solving, what is the problem you're solving? Write some copy about that. If it's a headline, if it's, what are they, that's research, a lot of research of doing the research. I'll give you the resources, but problem aware, solution aware, and then at the end is giving that, probably social proof, some testimonials, and then basically the offer.
The offer, yeah.
That's one. It has to have an irresistible offer. You know this yourself. Irresistible offer,
Yeah.
and it has to speak to the right audience.
Right.
I think that's the simplest way for me to explain just to how to target people with lead generation. There's two ways of lead generation. You can have a landing page on you can create your own landing page, or you can create a lead generation on Facebook. They have their lead own generation, which is phone number or email. So what exactly is a lead generation? Because a lot of maybe people don't understand. A lead generation is getting a lead. What is a lead? A lead is a phone number. A lead is an email, depending on the outcome. A lead could be a messenger bot that they captured messenger, and so on. Okay, and that's just capturing leads. And for you to capture leads, you can do so much with that data. You can do email sequences, you can send them text messages, messenger, and so on. You can collect that leads and do a lookalike audience. But coming back to your question, what is a good process, right?
Yeah.
First of all, just do your process. What is your target audience? If you have your vision, mission statement for your business, which is separate, straight your marketing plan, and then you focus on what's your target audience, persona, for one audience in that niche. And then utilizing this information and putting it into Facebook. And that becomes, after you do your mission principle, all the vision, what is your why? Simon Sinek. Yeah. A lot of people know what they do and how they do it, but a lot of people don't know why they do what they do. Simon Sinek, great book. Yeah. And that is the first thing that you should do. I share mine because I speak through action. Mine is I want to open in the future my vision, entrepreneurship school. I don't know how that looks like, but that's like something that I want to do. It inspires me because a lot of people taught me from different mentors. I want to do the same and help people like myself in my shoes.
I see.
So that's my why. And then finding your target audience. Who's your target audience? My target audience is people probably 9 to 5 and want to build a business. Right. So that's kind of the mindset.
Yeah.
And then so on. And then you find your targets, you plug it in, you have everything, you just have to plug it in, test your creatives, test your copy.
So you have multiple different ads and you run them at the same time.
Exactly.
And you test.
So different personas, different target, and then different creatives, and then probably a couple of different copies if you want. And you can be simple in the beginning, and then you could go much more deeper, and then you test. In 30 days, you can always, if the ad is not working, you can always stop it. Yeah. That's the cool part about Facebook or any other platform. You can always stop it. Yeah. And fix it. But it takes time. Don't stop it after the second day. Give it.
How much time do you?
At least 48 hours.
At least 48 hours.
Look what's happening. But to test everything, 30 days.
Oh, wow. So how do I know my marketing money are not just wasted? Or let me put it differently. What is a good result from a marketing campaign? So
this is getting more technical and talking about more impressions.
Okay.
More about impressions. What's your impression? And are people clicking? You know, are they sold? Is the click sold to learn more or to put their information? If that's not working and just people are seeing the video or the ad, there's something has to change.
Something has to change because you're not there to entertain them.
Exactly.
You're there to
attention.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Either collect some information from them so you can later address them, or if it's a brand awareness, they have to see your brand. So I can see there are different goals. Maybe you can run different ads for different goals that you have at the moment.
Exactly.
Either brand awareness,
exactly,
or you're selling. If you're selling something, that's a different approach, probably, right?
Exactly. And is it too cold or warm or hot?
Right.
Do people know this product? Do people know you? Do they have to go through a webinar? What exactly? So, for example, if it's a local restaurant, okay, let's say very simple, local restaurant, they want people to come in to eat and basically have a good time. That's what they want. And also, because of Uber Eats, they want to stop Uber Eats and have their own system, which they can buy from their website and deliver. And that's their outcome. So I am thinking now, how can I target people that already have Uber Eats? how can I target people that have all these other apps that they deliver? With that, you can save more money by just basically just ordering from our website. You don't have to order from Uber.
Right.
So that's just an example, but it's a lot of testing, to be honest. There's no secret key. There's foundation, steps to do, but then it's just testing.
So you run ads for different personas.
Exactly.
And each persona can be cold or warm or hot.
Exactly.
And for each of them, you continue testing.
Exactly.
Different copy, different video, different length of the thumbnails and all that. Yeah, I mean, it's down to data science.
Exactly. If we can go very deep on it, and we can say, there's a few things. We have to educate these people about the problem, and then make them aware of the problem, solution aware.
Yeah.
And then testimonials. You see how it goes? Because now, like, no one knows you, but now they're looking, I agree, this is a problem. In sales, simple thing. No matter what the client says, always agree. Why? Because now you're syncing. Okay? So make them a problem aware. That's first. Second, solution aware. Make them solution aware, and then send out testimonials of your own clients or about the product.
Right.
Educate, entertain them also.
Yeah, I find really helpful when you spend the time to educate your customers.
100%.
Because when you do this education section of your marketing, people get to know you, they get more comfortable with you, they understand that you understand their problem. They know that you're not just some random person that claims that they know or capable of.
Exactly. The trust factor
the trust factor is really important. Like an obvious case, you go and buy something from Amazon, right?
Okay.
You look at you're looking for, let's say, this mug, right?
Yeah.
You're looking for a coffee mug.
Yeah.
Simple as that, a coffee mug, right?
Exactly.
You will be looking at stars. You will be reading
reviews,
5 stars. You will be reading 1 stars. The one in between are questionable, right?
Exactly.
But any decision that you make has to have that social proof, right? Somebody else has to tell you about this specific product and their experience with this product.
100%.
And if you are educating your customers, right? If you're talking to them, either podcast or a blog or YouTube channel, as you said,
yes,
you're doing exactly that part.
Exactly.
You're helping them know you.
Exactly.
And ease them to make the decision.
So the question coming back to what platform or source should I use? Depending on your audience, but I think having a YouTube channel is not fully important. So I think it's not fully important, but it's important to build a brand depending on your outcome. Can you solve a problem without writing a book, or without doing speaking, or without doing interviews, or without doing PR? Can you solve the problem? Yes, you can. You do not have to build this. You can, it's going to help, because perception is in the game.
Yeah.
So you can, because you can just specifically target your niche and with your social proof and do that. Do you need a YouTube channel in the beginning? No. Start making cash flow. Cash flow is king. One. Second, story is king. People buy people. When I say people buy people, I mean people are not buying the product or service. People buy you. And the story of you is the king.
Right.
And I think this is something that I created my slogan just a couple of days ago. And I'm starting to share it, so I'll share it with you.
Okay, cool.
I'm working on it, but I think it's going to be my slogan because I just love it and it works. And I do this every time I'm in a meeting or everywhere I go. And it is this: become interested to be interesting. Become interested to become interesting. What does that mean? That means be interested into the person that you're talking to. Ask the questions. Listen. Your listening does your trust. So then you can be the person that speaks after.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
As simple as that.
In mission statements like that and slogans like that usually describe a lot about the business owner, and about where you want to go.
Exactly.
Right. I really like it. I'll put it in your profile if you don't mind.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I just worked on it, man. It took me some time to think about it. Okay, that is the one.
Nice. And I'm so happy that you announced it here on Startup Bright.
Yes, I think it's the first time I announced it on camera. There you go.
Nice, there you go.
Yeah, this is the first time I announced it.
Yeah, we can talk about marketing and strategies and stuff. I want to ask you if you can share with the audience, let's say, 3 tools that they can use tomorrow.
Okay, let's do it.
To improve their
let's do
marketing
it. Let's do it.
efforts.
Okay, I'm so excited. Okay, so there's a lot of resources in my brain. But I'm trying to see what would be the best thing in the beginning. So, the first thing I would say is a website called BuzzSumo. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
And BuzzSumo is the best places where you can search. You can do 5 searches a day for free, only 5. And then there's a paid version. That's one. The other place where you can do research. This is research sources. BuzzSumo is the first one, buzzsumo.com. The second one is Ubersuggest by Neil Patel. That's a free tool. Okay, you can use that one. And then thirdly is also Amazon.
Amazon.
Yes. Why do I say Amazon? Because when you search for a specific topic or a niche, and you just search the first thing, there's a few things that come up. And that few things that come up, these are what people are searching. Your content is already out there. This is why I'm you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to be smart about it and how you share it. Right. The content is already out there. You just have to see what people are seeking and asking. You know, a lot of people...
You can do the same thing with Google, right? Google auto-finishes your sentence.
Google Planner, exactly. Yeah. Same thing with Google. Amazon is the same thing as like Google. And my last tip would be YouTube. Secret tip. One of the biggest secret, this is like one of the top secret people are not aware of. And this is basically, if you go to a channel that is in your niche, that is doing very well, have at least more than 30,000 subscribers or 100 subscribers, at least. And you go to their channel and you click videos. Go to the channel, click on videos. And then on the right side of the bar, there's these 3 like little small things. And then it says, you can say past content, most popular, present content. You click on most popular content. When you click on more popular content, it's going to become all the videos that are most popular with the right headlines. YouTubers never share this with you. And that's how you can build your subscribe.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Look at the headline.
Yeah.
And you look at the headline, these headlines are already made because people are looking for this.
Oh, I see. So YouTube pushes up content that is being searched and is interesting. People are interested in this content right now.
Exactly. Oh, so that's the 4th tool. Now that's for research.
So we're going beyond 3 tools.
Yes, yeah.
I like it.
And that's the 4th tool. Now let's see, what other tool? Let's give me creatives, because a lot of people think, oh, I can't create anything, or I can't do anything, or this is so hard to create. One of my favorite tools is Canva. Canva.com is so simple. Okay. Have you used Canva?
I have used Canva before.
Okay.
But now I kind of moved up a little bit.
So depending on where you're as a designer. If you're a designer, that's great. Use Photoshop and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But why do I say Canva.com? Because all the dimensions for Instagram,
right.
Instagram, YouTube thumbnail, you name it, it's on Canva.
Yeah.
And it's so simple to use. You can edit it, create your copy, like crazy stuff.
Yeah.
There's so many other things you could do in Canva, and a lot of people don't know that Canva actually gives you free tutorials.
I should probably review Canva again. I haven't used that maybe for a year or something, but
Definitely.
I should probably go back and see. Maybe I don't have to use, heavy artillery for stuff that Canva is already.
Until this day, I use Canva for my clients or for myself.
Yeah.
If I really want to go crazy professional, yeah, you can hire a person that does Photoshop. I just want something that is simple. Mm-hmm. So this is a topic about the tool, but you want to relate to people.
Right.
Photoshop is great to the point that you're trying to do, but don't want it to be too perfect.
Yeah.
To kind of stand away. I don't want to basically look at that ad. You want to?
No, I said that I kind of move away from Canva not because Canva is not good.
No.
I'm saying it because I'm also interested in photography and kind of had to go into the next tool.
Got you.
Right? And since I'm using that tool, it kind of becomes more natural to continue using the same tool.
100%.
But I sometimes I feel that you have to do a lot of stuff to achieve simple things, and tools like Canva are very light and easy to use.
Simple.
And they're actually targeting the web and targeting marketers and people that are looking for something quick, simple, easy. So yeah, I mean,
definitely.
I'm pretty sure I'll go back
and
for simple stuff.
There's free tutorials. It basically you become a designer within Canva. It's pretty cool. I think the third, this is the Canva more on the creative side. I think the third on understanding websites, because a lot of people have problems with websites, right? Yeah. And I think ClickFunnels.com, yes, mm-hmm. There's lead pages, there's a lot of places out there. But ClickFunnels is simple to use for a simple process. Mm-hmm. If you're looking for lead generation, if you're looking for branding, ClickFunnels is great. If you want, WordPress is also, if you want to go, WordPress is also great, but ClickFunnels basically is simple for lead magnets, for getting traffic. Mm-hmm. There is so much you can do with ClickFunnels. It's simple. You can drag and drop, create copy. Russell Brunson is the owner of ClickFunnels. Mm-hmm. He is one of my great mentors. Mm-hmm. And there's a book called .com Secrets that I always kind of come back to and reread. And then there's like all these other books that he shares are great and resource. And I think ClickFunnels is a great place where you can basically build your foundation to start with. Okay. That's one. And they give you 14 days for free. I think the first 14 days.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
For 14 days for free, and then it's like $100 a month. That's for the small package, and then there's the bigger one with the other thing. But I think if you're a small entrepreneur, you can use the smaller version and use MailChimp with it, to integrate MailChimp with it. Mm-hmm. Also, that's another tool, sorry. Yeah. MailChimp is a great tool for email marketing, simple, to the point. Yeah. And having a CRM. Sorry, I'm going down more tools. CRM. Having a CRM system, if it's Google Sheets. Mm-hmm. It's funny, right? Because it's so simple, one. Or you can use as Salesforce, Infusionsoft, which is more expensive, or like Pipedrive, or Zoho. Mm-hmm. Zoho CRM. These are great CRMs that are paid. Some of them are like $12 a month to $50 a month and more to $300 a month. So it just depends on where is your outcome, where's your business, how many leads are you getting to have your prospects or leads coming in.
Right. Have you used HubSpot?
Yes.
I believe HubSpot is free for certain amount of customers.
What kind of HubSpot? HubSpot is like there's the marketing part of it, there's the sales part of it, Sales Pro, which
I use it for email.
Okay.
So
are you there's a membership are you paying for?
No, I don't.
Okay, then that's the free version, I think.
Yeah.
I'm more talking about the Sales Pro that is like about $50 a month.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That does your follow-up, it just depends. And like as an agency, I'm want simplicity, right?
Yeah.
And
you can get lost in all these tools,
exactly.
Right? And you don't need all of these.
You don't
tools.
need it, and you come back to simplicity. And Gmail, having a Google Drive, you can create docs like that.
Yeah.
Resource like Google Drive is a great place where you can have your all resources of your calendar in place, right? You can put also your sheets, which creating a CRM in the sheets, just plug it in. That's one. You can also integrate it with MailChimp, and also ClickFunnels. What else? I mean, having it more simple for yourself is the better in the beginning, and not making it very complicated. See what works for you.
Right. Well, that's good summary. See what works for you.
100%. Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you again for coming to Startup Bright and kind of share your knowledge and experience. Tell our audience how they can find you.
Absolutely. I have one last tool I have to share.
Okay, go ahead.
One last tool. I have to share this one. SimilarWeb.com. Have you heard of it?
No.
Oh my God. Please go take a look at it. It's one of the best places to research on your competitors.
Okay.
And SimilarWeb.com.
Okay.
Very famous website that you can find if you put your competitor. Just put, for example, Apple.com.
Okay.
Or put Target.com, and put it could be an e-commerce or a place that's doing very well, a business that's doing very well, and you can see where the traffic is coming from. Because how can we really look at our people that are doing very well, the businesses doing very well? We can look at where the traffic is coming from. Is it coming from referral sites? Is it coming from Facebook, from Google search, from YouTube?
So you can find very much the source or the place where you can start advertising.
Exactly. It's not just a place. Also, you can see the copy, what your competitor have wrote.
Oh, wow.
The colors.
I see.
How much they're making. It works with also clickbank.com. That's a second tool. Sorry. Clickbank.com. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
It's a great tool that basically you can see products that are working, depending on if your product or services, but yeah, I think that. And for people working, they can find me at Instagram is Hassan, HASSAN _ bash. I couldn't get my name. I tried. Hopefully one day I'll get my name, but just search me up, Hassan Bash, HASSAN BASH on Google, and you'll see my Instagram and Facebook and all my other social platforms. I'll come up.
Okay, we will put all that information on your on the post on your profile, so to make sure people can find you and can reach you.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for coming.
Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity. I mean, it was a pleasure working, and having this time with you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you again.
Absolutely.
Thanks.